Hey, good people, how you doing? David Taub here. Hope all is going well, and I hope your guitar journeys are going famously. And today I have string bending tips. Also, a couple of really good exercises to really help you practice your string bending and really dial in your bends. You know, string bending is one of the most important things you could do on lead guitar. It's one of the most expressive things, and it's almost like you can create your own signature, your own personality with your bends. It is such an important thing, and it takes a lot of practice and a lot of trial and error and a lot of working over jam tracks and really listening to get your string bending dialed in so you're not bending out of pitch. When you're bending strings, use as many fingers as you can. I often will use 4 fingers to bend strings, at least 3 fingers. Occasionally I'll use 1 finger just on a half step bend, but for the most part you want to use as many fingers as you can because it will give you more accuracy and more strength in your bends. Have a target note in mind. When you're bending strings, you're usually bending to the next note in the scale or maybe the note after that, right? So you want to have that target note in mind. And I'm not saying you have to know all the notes and be like, oh, I'm bending the G up to the A. I'll show you that, but you're not necessarily going to be thinking that. It's going to be more you're going to be listening and hear it and understanding, once you get good at this, the strength it takes and the feel and the sound to get those bends in pitch. If you're going to get good at string bending, you have to be good at string muting. Why is that? Well, because when you're bending strings, you're going to be smacking into strings that are above it, maybe strings that are below it. And if you're not muting the strings out, you're going to hear all that string noise. Basically, what you have to do when you're playing to clean up your playing is you have to mute out every note that you're not playing. Every string you're not playing, you're going to mute that out. And I use a two-handed muted technique where I'm muting the high strings with my first finger, and I'm muting the low strings with the fleshy part of the palm of my hand laying on the strings. So no matter what note, that's the only string you're hearing. See, these all below it are muted, and the ones above it are muted by this first finger. So every time I play, I'm constantly muting all the strings. And this is a technique that just gets built into your playing once you work on it for a while. It's very important to mute out all those other strings, or else you're going to be clanking other strings and you can hear all kinds of noise. A couple of exercises that you can do that is really going to dial your string bends in. Let's just take a scale. We'll stay in the middle of the fretboard. We'll use one scale. Let's use the A natural minor scale, or A Aeolian mode, or A pure minor. All the same thing, right? So let me show you that scale. That scale incorporates half steps and whole steps, and that's what we want because we want to practice both bends. So let's start on the high E string. On the we're going to bend this 7th fret on the high E string. That's our B note. We're going to bend that up to a C. Now that's a half step bend. So here's how you practice your string bends. This is the first way. Here's a good exercise. You're going to take the note, you're going to bend it up, and then you're going to compare it to your target note. The target note is we're bending this B to this C, half step. So when you bend it up, hear that note, and then play the next note, the half step. And do you hear how those are the same? So you always want to check your bend like that, and you're going to go through all the bends in the scale, right? The other thing you could do is, when you get good at that bend, then play a little lick with it. Because you want to make it sound a little musical instead of just doing straight bending, which can kind of get boring. Whatever lick. Right? And keep practicing it. And keep testing it. Now, if you bend it too short, see, I'm flat. Hear how that note is below the pitch? Or if you overbend it, right, you'll hear it. You want to bend right in pitch. And you want to get used to the strength it takes you to feel that bend and listen to hear it in pitch. If you want to see this scale and so many others diagrammed out across the neck and learn more about soloing and soloing strategies, click on that link below. I'll send you my free ebook. It's packed with scale diagrams, soloing strategies, lessons. It's awesome. And it comes with a free video lesson too, where I get more into lead guitar tricks and things that you could do that'll really spice up your lead guitar playing. And I'll send it to you for free. Just click on that link below. So let's move down to the B string. I think bending half steps with one finger is okay. So let's bend this E note to the F. We're bending the 5th fret on the B string to the 6th fret, and it's one finger. See? Bend up, hold it, hit it a few times. Hit it. And you could make up some little licks. I'm just resolving to the A note. You could even do it on the G string. 4th fret bend to the 5th fret. Here we're bending the B to the C. Remember, this is all in that A natural minor scale. You could do this with all your scales as practice. We're bending to that next note in the scale. And then checking it. You could bend that one down or up. Make sure you check it to hit that pitch. And this is a great little exercise. And then licks. And if you have a second, please subscribe to the channel. That really helps us to keep the content coming. And leave a comment below. Let us know how you like the lesson. Let us know what you would like to see in coming lessons, right? And maybe click the like button. Give us a thumbs up. It really helps and we really appreciate it. Let's try a couple whole step bends in this scale. On the B string, a great bend is we're bending the 8th fret to the 10th fret. We're going to bend this we're going to bend this G up to the A note, which is the root note. Now that's a whole step bend. So notice, right? One finger per fret. A lot of people might try doing it with 2 or 3. Why not use all 4? Right? I'm using the pinky too. Don't shy away from using the pinky. So again, you're going to push up and you're muting out all the other strings. We're going to bend it up and then we're going to check the note by playing it the whole step up. So this is the note we want to hit. There it is. Another great bend is on the high E string. You could bend that C note up to the D. Again, one finger per fret, right? 4 fingers. And then check it. Another exercise I want you to do a few minutes a day, just to be really precise, is I want you to use a tuner. And what we're going to do is we're going to plug right from our guitar right into the tuner. And we're going to bend the strings and you're going to see the needle or the dial move until when you're exactly in pitch. Okay, chromatic tuners are best for this. If you want to see, because the needle really shows you, or the color or the wheel really shows you if you're sharp or flat, you can see it graphically. Practice these same bends, but now we're going for even more precision with the tuner. We have the tuner hooked up to the guitar. And what you want to do is, let's just take, for instance, that bend where we're bending the B to the C. We're in this A natural minor scale, and we're going to bend the 7th fret up to the 8th fret, or the B note up to the C. So if you check out the tuner, you can see that note I'm playing is a B. And then what you do is just watch the tuner as you're bending it up. And when you hit the C, hit it a few times, and as you can see, you get the green light. You'll be able to tell, like for instance, if you're underbending it, you see how it's flat, or if you bend it too much, see I'm up into C sharp already. So what you do is bend it up, hit pitch, release, bend it up, hit pitch, release. And you're watching that needle on that tuner. And then do it for some of the other bends that we talked about. Practice all your bends in different keys in 5 to 7 minutes a day. That's all you need. Add them into your practice routines and you are going to see After some time, your accuracy, your strength, your expressiveness, your confidence to make sure you're bending in pitch, you're in tune, you're going to see that shoot up through the roof. Subscribe to the channel, right? Leave a comment below, click the thumbs up, the like button. We really appreciate it. That really helps us keep the content coming. Also, I have the ebook down below if you want to check out those scales on paper and get another lesson with more bending and more tips for your lead guitar journey. Stay tuned. Lots more great lessons coming. Keep putting those guitars in your hand every day. Remember, your guitar playing is an evolution. Take care.